She said she's leaving Philly and going to New York City. She fucking hates my guts and all she's leaving me is pain. I guess I'll give you a diffuser and all of your essential oils, cause they really just smell like shit. But I'm keeping the Nintendo, and I like playing golden ivy cat slappers only, and I like playing 1080, and the soundtrack to Tony Hawk just fucking rips. So good riddance, and good riddance. And do you want an apology that you never heard from me? 'Cause my ego says that it's all your fault, and I'll miss our dog, but not the shit on the floor. So bring Bob, not my Nintendo, through the door, 'cause I'm keeping the Nintendo, and I like playing golden ivy cat slappers only, and I like...
Cheers to you. How you doing? Welcome to the greatest podcast in mankind's history. And today's podcast is super interesting because actually I have sad news to report. The homeless encampment that I once interviewed, homeless veterans, highly addicted to meth, and some were schizophrenic. And I willingly went into their tents at 12 o'clock at night, at the witching hour, into dirty ramshackles to have conversations, because what else would I be doing, dude? Live streaming in Miami? Get me out of Miami. That's what I say, dude. I may be the last cool podcaster. Am I? Let's Google that. Am I the last cool podcaster? It just says people, really, really cool people are going to Spotify to listen to my... It's saying something about my music on Spotify, how really cool people are going there. I don't think there's any cool podcasters to... It's AI. That's what it is. They don't have any cool podcasters to compare me to. So, anyways, what you're about to see today is a relic. There once was a happening, meth addicted, waltzing, dancing, having a good old time. There was a thriving homeless community right in Southside Bethlehem. And on December 15th, they raided the entire community, and it looks like a junkyard now. Like, it's kind of sad when I think about 100 people being removed from their home. Home is where you make it. You know, I'm not homeless. I'm home free. I don't know. Make the best of it. Removed from the wild. I don't know where they went. I have questions. And I just wanted to provide a brief introduction. It doesn't matter if you didn't see the 3 series podcast, because that's old news, man. It's almost it's an ancient artifact at this point. But I got to witness it. If I didn't film it, did it ever happen? Who knows? Who's crazy enough to do that? Not Miami live streamers, dude. This guy right here, dude. All right, without further ado, the greatest podcast in mankind's history, dude. Check it out. I'm here on site at the previously known homeless encampment, which I documented. There's a 3-part podcast series I did, and they shut everything down. At one time, this was a fully functioning meth addicted, waltzing, dancing, having a good time. Now it's just scrap metal. And I guess since December 15th, they started clearing everything out, and they just left everything. So we're going to go through this homeless encampment one more time for old time's sake. Again, this is in Southside Bethlehem. There's no homeless people right now, so let's go check it out.
Everybody leave this homeless encampment. Believe you're drunk. Let's make a junkyard here instead. Check this out, man. Nothing says freedom. Nothing says American freedom more than a shopping cart. Everybody clear out this homeless encampment. We're going to make a junkyard. Looks beautiful. Thanks, Bethlehem. You can raid a meth addicted, waltzing, good time having homeless community, but Old Glory will still remain. We'll leave the flag as a sign of respect. Pretty cool. You'll normally see tents. We'll pass about 30 or 40, but this guy's living it up. Check him out. See a little rock garden, junkyard. That's probably his flag. Turns out he's home, dude. Oh, should I knock on the door? Now this place is clear, dude. They raided it a long time ago, it appears. And they left all this. This guy's actually pretty cool, man. His shelter is intact. Most people have tents. It's kind of wild. This is legitimately wild. He drew power from somewhere. Wow. Okay. Welcome to MTV Cribs, dude. I'm gonna check out my place, dude. You know, this is the game room. You got pictures and not much, actually. It's really dirty. That's it, dude. Now leave the MTV Cribs. Now get out of here, dude. Get out of my meth addicted makeshift ramshackle, dude. All right, so give it up to this guy, man. That's pretty American, dude. He was off, and if you look over there, that's Southside Bethlehem. So close to civilization. Laid low under the radar. All right, let's go check out some more cool stuff. More ramshackles destroyed. I wonder if they're mean about it. Get out of here! And they like smash their stuff. Seems like they did no cleanup at all. We're gonna go to if you guys remember in that one of the videos, there was a homeless veteran named Kyle. We're gonna go see his ramshackle, see how he's doing. He's not there, obviously. This place has been a ghost town, I think, for over a month. But we'll see what's left of it. Stay tuned. This is the top secret entrance to Kyle's humble abode. And they got police crossing tape. What does it say? Oh, dude, freedom of press, dude. I'm a YouTuber. Imagine I told that. I want to check it out, man. What's the harm in that? These are the treacherous steps. And if you come at night, these rebar, they get you, dude. And Kyle set up some traps back in the day. And cans. It's like kind of like The Walking Dead. He set up cans so he could hear people coming. Too funny. I'm going to put the phone down because this seems treacherous. I wonder how many people got injured by this rebar. The hospital. Another rebar victim. Walking down they were waltzing at the homeless encampment. Elegantly. I would say this is the most elegant homeless encampment I've ever been to, if I do say so myself. So, this is where the interview went down. Right here, man. There's nothing really left besides junk. They're hoarders, but in the wild. Look at all this. You know, I should do some community service and start taking this. Wow, this is disgusting. There's a cold water fishery creek right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, check this out, dude. How white trash. Hold on. You guys are gonna... If you don't think this is funny, come on, dude. All right, check this out, dude. Everyone clear the homeless encampment, but leave the makeshift shitter. Toilet paper's still there. How funny, man. They hook up like a bidet. Cool, man. Cool, man. All right. There's a tent. There's a tent over there. carpet. They always lay carpet down in their tents. Not much value around here besides a bunch of crutches for some reason. No one's getting down that rebar madness, dude. That's a death trap. Coming down there on crutches? Good luck. Man. All right, well, I'm gonna process this and give you the breakdown. Once I think about this for a little bit, this is kind of sad. It is kind of sad. There was like over 100 people here. Where did they go? I have questions, so stay tuned again.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? The toilet seat got me, dude. With the bucket right underneath and the toilet paper sitting right next to it. I was imagining like hundreds of homeless people using the bucket and then putting water in the bucket and washing the raw sewage out and dumping it directly into the clean stream. They're dumping raw sewage out. What? Just dig a hole. Why don't you just dig a hole, dude? I would do that, man. Why not dig a hole? And how about the MTV Cribs, dude? MTV Cribs, dude. It was a fortuitous, solid structure. Even the police raiders couldn't take it down, dude. It had like a rock garden. Kind of some funny, weird 1950s pictures and weird trinkets. But other than that, you gotta give it up to that dude. That dude may be Jesus. First of all, it wasn't Jesus like a carpenter. He made a solid structure, dude. That was a fortuitous, solid ramshackle. And if Jesus was to return, and they go, hey, Jesus, there's 2 Bethlehems now. Which one do you want to go back? Which Bethlehem do you want to go to? He goes, there's 2 Bethlehems? Well, I'll try the other one because that last Bethlehem in Israel, that didn't really work out too well. That didn't go so hot. I'll try the other one and I'll build the most badass ramshackle and no one will ever bother me there and I will spread peace. December 15th comes along. Bethlehem reads it. Merry Christmas, Jesus. You're out of here. Your structure stays because we have no idea how you did it. How do you have power? How do you have power? I was baffled. You know what, man? That may be the longest. Bethlehem may have, I don't know where the joke is here. These are my thoughts on what happened today. That may be the longest comedic bit in world history because Jesus was notoriously homeless in the Bible. And if he was to return and we kicked him out of his house, that was a legit house. It really was, man. I hope that wasn't Jesus, man. Probably not, dude. Who knows, though? After witnessing the first 3 podcasts where I interviewed all the people, the meth addicted people and the veterans, to seeing it get raided and just completely demolished. It reminded me of like a music festival, like the last day of a music festival. The last band plays. There's just littered. There's just everything's like just junk everywhere. You're like, how is this so? It wasn't like this the first day. That's what it looked like. And my genuine thoughts are, well, here's a good analogy because right now I got a lot of hate for the Tony Hinchcliffe live stream and your subscribers are fake. I want to say this publicly because I never address comments publicly, but this one I will. Not one subscriber is fake. They are all real. And I'm as surprised as you. I really am. When I moved to Austin, something happened with a community guideline strike or something. And I don't think my videos are going into the I don't know how it works, to be honest. I'm trying to get my numbers back up. I don't know how to do it. Spread this awesome podcast. There's no podcast like this. There's no comedian right now doing what I'm doing. I think I have some of the greatest material in the country, bar none. And what are you gonna, a live streamer in Miami? They also do this. I'm up here and you're down. That's why I like homeless people. And I won't be at Miami doing live streams. Because homeless people don't do that. I'm up here and you're down here. They want to assume things. You must have fake subscribers. See, I'm up here and you're down here, right? That's how it is. Oh, I'm so beneath you. Isn't that? Oh, I'm a quad. That's what they want to do because hurting people because they feel empty and hurt on the inside. And these people online commenting are demons. They really are. Those are the people in the community where you live that go, he's homeless, he's dirty, arrest him, he's gross, he's disgusting. Meanwhile, it's a human being. And trust me, I make a lot of jokes. That's what I do. I'm a comedian, but I don't want to talk about service I do because that's also weird. That's a live streamer in Miami will do that. I'm a behind the scenes kind of guy. If you want to have a good day, give a homeless person a shower or a hot meal. Anything. They'll be grateful because they don't do this. I got friends in low places. That's all I'll say, man. And I'm as sophisticated. I can hang with the best, with the smartest people. I can hang with homeless people. I'm a man of the people. I'll tell you what, I couldn't build that ramshackle, that solid fortuitous ramshackle. That thing was badass, dude. That thing's badass. He was probably getting all the homeless ladies. It legit had a room. It had like a main thing and then like a legit room. Pretty cool, man. So my genuine thoughts after processing this whole experience is in 2026. First, I'll own a mistake with the series of podcasts I did about the homeless when it was active. I assumed, like other people did, there must be something wrong with this city. I assumed that the city was profiting off of the homeless people, sending nurses and doctors, and they had all these care teams that the homeless people could use if they voluntarily wanted to. I think that's a good thing, but also that costs money. So I made the stupid claim that the city was somehow profiting off of homeless people. Knowing what I know now, homelessness always exists. It exists since the beginning of time. It's going to exist at the end of time. I don't think you can solve it. I think it's disgusting, just like the commenters, he's gross, he's almost, arrest him. People like that, I that's not my type of people, man. I can hang with the best, I can hang with the, doesn't matter, but those people, not for me, dude. Anyone that does this, I'm up here and they're down, can you believe this, what they're doing? The gossip stuff, I genuinely do not like that. What I'm trying to say is human life is sacred. I think I'm walking away with more empathy than I had, because most people drive by a homeless person. They don't care. They don't. It's not a part of their life. And meanwhile, there's communities, and it's kind of beautiful when you think about it. And you would think that they would be robbing other people, and for the most part, they look out for each other. And there's people in the communities that rise up that prevent the rapes, because that's a real thing. The R word. Sorry. Jeez, I'm getting banned again. That's why I'm not in the algorithms. But they are they're a gentleman and a scholar doing the meth waltz, and they defend the women. They kick out, the peas, like on the Epstein file. There might have been some that's probably why they raided it, dude. Someone who was in the Epstein files there hiding out. May have been that dude in that structure. How did he build that? How did he have so much money? Homeless. You could really spin anything. I don't want to spin this story into anything negative. I think that the police in Bethlehem, in the city of Bethlehem, and it was complicated because there's also a railroad, and that's privately owned. So I believe that there was environmental issues. I believe that the police had crime reported. I think they were doing the best they could with the circumstances they were presented with. That's what I really think. And God bless America. How about the American flag still flying, dude? That really got me going, dude. Nothing says freedom more than a homeless shopping. All your stuff's in a shopping cart. The American flag's right above you, and you go, "This is freedom, baby. This is freedom." All the homeless people. That dude living in that cabin, he's probably like, owning the house is for the birds, man. It's all about building the fortuitous structure. Jeez. Man, I thought this is a great podcast because it came full circle. I thought that thing was, the encampment was going to always be there. And then I was walking by it the other day and I'm like, this is a graveyard. What happened? This place was popping. The waltz. They were doing the waltz. The homeless do the waltz no more in Bethlehem, PA. I have a heavy heart. I have a heavy heart, man. Where did they go? That's what they shipped them to, like a blue city. Minneapolis. They shipped them all to Minneapolis. No, dude. Dude, you want to have a bad time at a protest? You send meth addicted, waltzing, dancing, homeless people to Minneapolis. Even ICE will be scared, dude. They're gonna go, "Oh, dude, these guys are wild. They came from Bethlehem. That encampment is notorious." The only person to ever have footage of it is Ross of Nazareth. That dude's crazy. He went in there. I'm gonna be a legend with the homeless population. Maybe not. But there you have it. That is that's all she wrote, folks. The fat lady has sung in Bethlehem, PA. Thank you for tuning in. Again, share my podcast. Share. It's called the Anti-George Crow podcast. Share all my comedy music. And as soon as I get my comedy sets rolling and try and book some gigs, you'll be the first to know. All right. You 10 out of 10s, you. Thank you for listening and watching.